Okay everyone, it's Adam here. We've got our TKC mounted on the rear wheel. We've got our Marc Parnes balancer. We're going to put the adapter in from the drive side of the rear wheel. So I'm gonna flip this around. The adapter goes in through this side. This is the drive side, just like that. Facing you guys now. I'm going to use these two adapters to hold it in place. And don't go too crazy with the tightening here. Just enough to keep it from falling out, just a hand tighten. So now we're going to take this, just like this. You'll see how this looks. So we've got it. We're back on the driver's side again. This is held securely in place now. This is loosened up, let things through. We've got our spacer and holder here. This goes right through there. And then flip it around. Well, we're going to put our end cap here, our black end cap back on. We're going to flip it around. And put this piece on. Sorry, I'm tightening this down over here. There it is. Now that's in place. Now that we have that, we're just let the wheel turn just like it is until we find the heaviest point. I didn't remove the stock wheel weights from it just to see what happened. Well, that keeps spinning and then we'll come back to you guys. I may actually remove the stock wheel weights just to get it back even again. So as luck would have it, where the OEM wheel weights were is pretty much exactly where the tire is stopping on the balancer. So we may have not had to do any removal of wheel weights at all, but it was nice to check and make sure anyway. So what we've done here is we've grabbed some painter's tape, and we're going to start with the larger 1/4 ounce weights and add a couple of those. I'll move the camera so you get a better angle. Okay, so we've got our 1/4 ounce weights here. This is a good way that way you don't that way you're not putting these in a place where they're not going to be happy long term. It doesn't have to be perfect. We just want to make sure we get that balance down. So we're going to move it off a little bit and then see what happens. Okay. So we got 4 more 1/4 ounce weights going on in the same spot. Looks like that was actually a little bit over the limit there. Nope, not quite. That actually may be just perfect. Let's let that go for a few minutes and I'll come back and see how it ended up. So I ended up actually turning the whole wheel a 180 because I wanted to make sure there wasn't any balancing issues in the basement here. This is a pretty flat spot, but I wanted to make absolutely sure. The weights are over here. This got here, so when I put it at 3 o'clock position, it still managed to get its way up. So it needs a little bit more weight, and I think we'll be right on the money. I'm gonna switch over to the 1/8 of an ounce weights. Oh, that was too many. Let's take a couple of these off. Let's take. Okay, well it took about an hour. As you guys know, I'm really meticulous about this. The tire pressure, well the tire valve is here, and the wheel weights are, I've got 2 down here, and I've got a few ounces over here. But it doesn't move now, which is good, so slightly, but it eventually stops and it goes back and forth, but it's barely moving now. So please take less than an hour.